What is up? If you're struggling to grow your brand right now and you just need something to help you take your brand to a whole new planet, you just need something finally to help grow your brand, this video is going to show you how you can run meta ads that absolutely crush for your brand. I've been running ads for the past 9 years and I've spent well into the 6 figures of my own money on meta ads. In those 9 years, what's happening right now on meta ads is the most exciting thing I've ever come across. They're called Advantage Plus shopping campaigns with meta ads, and they're absolutely crushing for my brand. Look, from January 7th to January 14th, I spent $1,100 on ads and it brought back $4,500 in ad spend with a 4x return on ad spend. This also happened for my brand new brand. There's no warm leads or an email list that I'm hitting. This is cold traffic that I'm targeting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna show you exactly how to set up these ads, how to set up the campaign, how to run the ads, and even how to scale up the ads. This is super simple, but you need to see this in order to understand it yourself. So strap in, and I know that this is gonna help. Before we do a deep dive into the back end of meta ads, Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at design.com. If you need designs made for your own brand, but you're not a designer yourself, yet you have the vision for a design, this is absolutely perfect for you. Go to design.com/apparel success. Click on the AI logo generator, type in your sick idea for a design, hit generate. Thousands of designs are gonna come up. You can choose whichever one you like and edit and refine it as long as you want for free until it's perfect. I've used this to make tons of designs within my own brands. Play around with it for free at design.com/apparel success. And if you like what you make, you'll get up to 88% off at checkout. Okay, so let's dive in here. I'm going to share with you a really simple tutorial, but don't mistake simple for not effective. Just because this is going to be simple to set up doesn't mean that it's not going to be effective for your brand. And what we're doing here is we're in the Meta Ads Manager for my new brand therapy wear that we just launched over a month ago. I've got the account set from January 7th to January 14th, which is the 1 week we were running this campaign. And you can see this ASC original campaign is the very first campaign we ever set up for this brand. It brought back 16 orders. We spent $1,096 on this campaign, and it brought back a 4.04 return on ad spend over that week. So that's a 4x return. 38 add to carts, and our website conversion value, meaning the amount of revenue that we brought in directly from the ad, was $4,425. And I'm going to show you how to set up this campaign because I believe that it will work for most campaigns as long as you have a really good creative that you're putting in. This structure that I'm going to show you is going to work really well for you. So the first thing that you need to do is go to create in the top left. And in the campaign objective, we're going to choose sales. Pretty much all the time, you want to use the sales campaign objective. There's some rare occasions that you'll want to run an awareness or a traffic campaign, like if you're running a giveaway contest or if you're trying to promote some event that's happening. But for the most part, you're almost always going to choose the sales objective. Hit continue. Now in here, this Advantage Plus shopping campaign is the special sauce here that we're going to be using for your ad. Normally in the past, I used to go to manual sales campaign, but we're going to be using these Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. It's AI powered. All of the targeting is ridiculous because Facebook ads is just insane at finding your target audience just based on the creative that you're running. So just select the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, hit continue. Now it's going to open up the ad set level. So we just created the campaign, and I'm going to change the name of this to ASC new. ASC stands for Advantage Shopping Campaign, and then new. I suggest that if you were actually running this, and I'm just showing you this for tutorial purposes, but that you add the date that you're running it as well, just so that you know when you started it. Okay, scrolling through here, you're gonna wanna have your website selected as the conversion location. The performance goal is gonna be maximize number of conversions. The data set therapy wear our pixel that we're running. So you want to have your pixel set up on the back end of your Shopify site or whoever you're running that with. It's usually super easy to set up. If you don't have that set up already, just go through the step-by-step process that Meta Ads just basically integrates with Shopify, and you can do it probably in like 5 minutes. Select the conversion event purchase. Because you want to be tracking when a purchase happens through your website and optimizing for that as well. You wouldn't want to be optimizing just for add to carts. We're optimizing to get the purchase on your website. For your audience location, just select whichever location you want to be showing the ads in, whether that's Canada or the United States, both, one or the other, or it's the UK or wherever you're located and you want to be showing your ads to. Just select the country. So for me here and my new brand, I'd put the United States as well. Now, when it comes to your budget, I recommend that you use a daily budget, not a lifetime budget, because a lifetime budget has an end and it's really hard to scale that up. Whereas when it's a daily budget, you can actually continue to scale it into the future. When it comes to your budget, I really recommend that you use a low daily budget to start. In the past, I've had a tendency to want to just jump straight into $150 a day, $200, $400 a day. And as much as that gets your ads out there quicker, you're gonna waste a lot of money in these learning phases doing that. And there's a lot of money that can be saved if you just start slower and ramp your way up. Also, I'm getting this from a mentor of mine who runs Indestructible MFG, a big clothing brand that's doing a lot of money in sales, and he's spent a ton of money on ads. And he always recommends starting low and then scaling up slowly. So maybe start your ad with a $40, $20, whatever's a good budget for you that you know you can spend for 2 weeks. And if you lost that money, it wouldn't be the end of the world for you. Okay, like you'd still be able to keep running your brand. You don't want to put in like all of your marketing budget right now and then burn through that in 2 weeks. So what I'll do here for our brand is I'll start with like a $50 budget for us, which is pretty low for a daily budget for our brand. Then scrolling through the rest of it, the schedule, the start date, that's just when the ad's going to start running. And all of this other stuff we don't need to touch. In the past, when you're running manual campaigns, you want to be putting in all of your audiences. So you're creating custom audiences with your website traffic, your Instagram traffic, your customer list, and manual targeting through different interests. But with the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, you don't need to do that anymore. What we're doing is we're letting the Meta Ads AI do all the targeting for us. So literally, we're just going to hit next in the bottom right-hand corner. And now we're into the ad section where we're actually going to be creating the ads that we're running. So the first ad that I'm going to be making is going to be called a video ad, since it's just going to simply be a video. Going to make sure that the Facebook page and the Instagram accounts are connected here. And then when it comes to the ad setup, I'm going to leave manual upload. And for format, I'm going to leave single image or video. Now, if you wanted to create a carousel, you could do that here, which is where people can swipe through it and there's multiple videos or multiple images. But for the purpose of this ad, I'm just making a video ad. And in the setup creative, I'm just going to click video ad. Now, there's this automated creative setup here. I'm going to skip right to media. And I'm going to select the video that we're going to be running here. Now, when I make this is a square video. You can see it's 1080 by 1080. So I know that this one's going to fit into the square section here. But I also want to create a version that fits in the 9 by 16 version on the left so that it looks really good inside of the stories and inside of the reels because it's a different formatting. So I'm going to replace this one with one that I've already edited that's a vertical video, and I'm going to edit it for that part. And then this one is 16 by 9, which just means that instead of it being straight up vertical, it's going to be horizontal. And this one fits in different locations as well. So I'm going to replace that one with one that I've edited for that as well. Every ad that you're running that's a video or a single image ad, you want to edit in 3 different ways. 1080 by 1080, 1920 by 1080, and 1080 by 1920. And that way you've got all 3 placements that are going to be optimized to be shown in different areas. So I'm hitting next. Now there's all these enhancements that Facebook ads does for you on their own. I just leave those on, hit done. And now you can see all the different placements it's set up. So in the feeds, it's going to be showing the 1080 by 1080, the square video. In the stories, it's going to be showing the vertical video. And in the right column in search results, it'll be showing the horizontal video. And that's just so that it fits optimally. And you can see what they all look like on the right-hand side here. So this is what the stories are going to look like. This is what the square ones are going to look like. Okay, so that's it for the creative. I put a lot of time into editing those videos, and I suggest that you do as well. Put a lot of research, a lot of thought into the ads that you're running to go after your target audience, because it's based on how good those videos are and how good those images are that are going to determine how good the results are for your brand. For the primary text here, I suggest using ChatGPT to help you write some of the primary text. Write a short ad read for our brand based on this, and then you can play around with the different words and the different letters. For mine, I'm going to say something like neck, back, for shoulder pain. Our infrared heated hoodie takes the pain away. Something like that. If I was running this ad for real, I would put a lot more thought into the exact caption that I'm writing for this ad. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just doing this really quickly here. I'll put like shop now with this, and then put the website here as well. Now it's going to give you all these text variations that AI is automatically going to create for you. If you like any of these, you can select them here and choose to run these as well, which maybe some of these are good, maybe not, but just click those if you like them. You can also add 5 different custom text options for your captions. All of this I recommend doing for your own brand. So writing like 3 or 4 different primary texts, 3 or 4 different headlines for your brand. Like I might put one that's pain relief hoodie. I might put another one that's got like our discount code in it, like 15% off, code relief 15, therapy wear, relief hoodie. And just what Facebook ads is going to do is it's going to decide which one's working best and show that one at the right times to optimize for results. Call to action, I'm always going to put shop now. Promo codes are automatically connected since we have a promo code there. And you can see the ad looks pretty good in the right hand side here. And you can see all the different locations that it'll be showing up in. Website URL, just make sure that that's clicked as well, that the tracking's on down here. And that's it. You're just going to hit publish. So that's all that you have to do to set up the campaign, set up the ad set, and run one ad under that campaign. But now I want to show you exactly how to look at this and how to run this moving forward, because oftentimes you click publish and the ads just start running, and then you don't really know what to do after that to optimize and to really make your ads work and to scale them up. So let me show you how to do that. What I'm going to show you now is how to run these ads moving forward into the future so that you optimize to spend as little money as possible and get the highest amount of results. And all of this is going to be super simple and make a ton of sense for you. So looking at the new campaign that I've started, that we literally just started running yesterday. This campaign is a brand new campaign that I'm running. And you can see at the campaign level, it's called ASC January 26 campaign. The ad set level is right here. And these are the ads that we're running. Now, what I recommend is that for every new campaign that you start, like the one that you're starting probably right now as you're watching this video, every campaign that you start, you run at least 5 different ad creatives for that campaign. And the reason that you do this rather than just running one ad is because when you run one ad, you're basically only giving one shot at that ad working with your audience. When you do 5 different creatives, you're giving your ad the best chance at finding one of those creatives that's really a home run that's going to work for you. And so I'd say run a minimum of 5 ads for your brand when you're starting up a campaign. Another really important thing to mention here is that when you start your campaign, it's going to enter the learning phase. And this is the phase where Meta Ads is figuring out who your audience is, who to show it to, who it's working with, who it's not working with. Run your ad and your campaign for 2 full weeks without touching it. Don't make too many tweaks. Don't make too many changes to it. Just let it run for 2 weeks. Let it learn and don't get in there and screw with it. I've made this mistake a ton of times where I start up a campaign and then I start changing things around. I adjust an ad. I change something here. I change something there. I'm adjusting the budget all the time. Don't do that. Whatever budget you stick with, just run it for 2 weeks, let it run. And then after 2 weeks, we're going to follow this process here. What will likely happen is when you start up a new campaign, the first few days, you're probably not going to get that many results. And that's because Meta is learning exactly who to show your ad to. As it keeps running, it's going to get better and better and start to get you some results as it goes on. So what you're going to do is after about 2 weeks of running it, you want to look at the ads that you're running and do a quick little analysis. And this is how you want to think about it. So these are the 5 ads that I'm running. I'm going to look at all of the data here and see what's the cost per purchase. How much was I spending to acquire a customer from each of those ads? This is also known as your CAC, your customer acquisition cost. And you should know roughly what this is for your own brand, because you look at your profit margin. So say you made a t-shirt for $10, you're selling it for $30. You've got about $15, $20 in there to acquire a customer. For our brand, since our hoodie is being sold for $199 USD and we make it for a certain amount, we know that we've got, about $75, $80 to acquire a customer, which is a little bit more than somebody who's selling a normally priced hoodie at $60 or $70. But just knowing that, when we're looking through the ads, I want to be looking through here and see what's the cost per result. If it's higher than $70 after 2 weeks, I can kill that ad because it's going to be putting us into the red. It's putting us into the negative, and we're going to be losing money. If it's really good at like $40 or $35 cost per purchase, that's the ad that we want to keep leaving on and let it continue to run into the future. So put simply, the ads that aren't performing well, turn them off. The ads that are performing well, leave them on. However many ads that you end up turning off after 2 weeks, you want to introduce new ads to replace them. And you always want a minimum of 5 ads. So let's say you end up turning off 2 ads or 3 ads. Kill those ads and introduce 2 or 3 new ads and give those new ads a chance at getting really good results for your brand. And this is how you're optimizing your creatives to be the absolute best that they can possibly be, because you're turning off the ones that aren't performing, you're leaving on the ones that are, and basically the one that's performing the best is always going to be the winner, and they're always going to continue to run into the future. Now, this is a really important thing to note. When you're scaling up your budget because ads are performing well and you're trying to increase the budget to get more sales and increase all of this, make sure that you only increase the budget by 10% up to 20% maximum at any given time. So if you're spending $100 a day, you only want to increase the budget by $10 at one time. Let that run for a little bit. See if it's affecting the results or hurting the results. Because if you increase the budget by 50% or 100% at once, it screws up the learning phase. It really throws it off, and the whole budget's being spent differently. And so you only want to increase your budget in like 10 to 20% intervals. The biggest variable here is going to be the creatives of the ads that you're running. The campaign structure that I've just shown you here works. Believe me, it works. It targets people effectively. It will find your audience. It'll all come down to how good are those ads connecting with your audience. Are you emotionally resonating with them? Are you showing the value of your brand? Are you getting in front of them in the right way that's going to lead to them to your website? And is your website good enough to actually convert them? So all of those things are going to be factors here and obviously contribute to your results. But this is how you can structure these campaigns and get them running for your own brand so that they absolutely crush for you. And I really hope that that helped. Show me some love in the comments below. Let me know how this goes for you. I read all of the comments. And if you want to work closer with me and a community of other clothing brand owners, check out apparelsuccessmastermind.com. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.